Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, my video has been video jacked by somebody that you will probably recognize. So, why are you here?
Yeah, well, we just received a message from one of our general supporter, Sandman Steve, who is behind all the mattresses and umbrella. Thank you so much, sir. He got the message is, Terence, you and Beth are such an inspiration. Your friends, others know as subscribers that jump in there and help out with health issues, new sorely needed homes, the children, the list goes on. For me, it's an inspiration, and I see you too and all these friends as the man of the window, selfless and truly compelled by others' happiness. The man at the window. Well, let me explain in this short story.
And
the man in the window.
And this short story was written, it was written as a short story, and we should really be giving credit, but we don't know who the writer is, so we can't give the credit. We'd be happy if somebody did say that they knew, we'd be happy to give credit for it. Okay, so this is a compelling story, The Man at the Window. There were two men, both seriously ill, that occupied the same hospital room. One man was allowed to sit up in his bed for an hour each afternoon to help drain the fluid from his lungs. His bed was next to the room's only window. The other man had to spend all his time flat on his back. The men talked for hours on end. They spoke of their wives and families, their homes, their jobs, their involvement in the military service, and where they had been on vacation. And every afternoon, when the man in the bed by the window could sit up, he would pass the time by describing to his roommate all the things he could see outside the window. The man in the other bed began to live for those 1 hour periods where his world would be broadened and enlivened by all the activity and colour of the world outside. The window overlooked a park. Let me see, I've gone and moved the screen and it's gone. The window overlooked a park with a lovely lake. Ducks and swans played in the water while children sailed their model boats. Young lovers walked arm in arm amidst flowers of every colour of the rainbow. Grand old trees graced the landscape, and a fine view of the city skyline could be seen in the distance. As the man by the window described all this in exquisite detail, the man on the other side of the room would close his eyes and imagine this picturesque scene. One warm afternoon, the man by the window described a parade passing by. Although the other man couldn't hear the band, he could see it in his mind's eye as the gentleman by the window portrayed it with descriptive words. Days and weeks passed. One morning the day nurse arrived to bring water for their baths, only to find the lifeless body of the man by the window, who had died peacefully in his sleep. She was saddened and called the hospital attendants to take the body away. As soon as it seemed appropriate, the other man asked if he could be moved next to the window. The nurse was happy to make the switch, and after making sure he was comfortable, she left him alone. Slowly, painfully, he propped himself up on one elbow to take his first look at the world outside. Finally, he would have the joy of seeing it all for himself. He strained to slowly turn to look out the window besides the bed. It faced a blank wall. The man asked the nurse what could have compelled his deceased roommate, who had described such wonderful things outside the window. The nurse responded that the man was blind and could not even see the wall. She said, "Perhaps he just wanted to encourage you." So, epilogue. There is tremendous happiness in making others happy. Despite our own situations, shared grief is half the sorrow, but happiness when shared is doubled. If you want to feel rich, just count all the things you have that money can't buy. And my wife asked that she would be allowed to come in and interfere again. So, Beth, hello.
Yeah.
Here she is.
Yeah, I'm the first one who first read on that message from Sandman, and it really touched, you know, because giving somebody inspiration is, you know, giving hope to someone is something that you can do to yourself, you know, and it's a happiness that will come in inside you, you know. So it's not all about the material things that you got, but it's about sharing what you got to others to make their life more comfortable, you know. And it's a kind of thing, you know. It's one thing that I always smile when we go out, when we go to other places, is when we see the kids just have some plates, some sardines or dried fish, but their face is really happy and contented, you know. So it's not about what you got, but it's about what you experience and what you've been able, you know, the things that, what do you call it?
What do you call it? I don't know. You're going to tell me. Well,
things that you can, that makes you happy, you know, because there are things that makes you happy that it's not within that particular materials that you got, you know. Seeing people happy makes you more happy. That's one thing. Thank you, Sandman, because you made a lot of families happy.
You made us happy.
And you made us happy, and thank you, because we experience going to the other remote community. We experience to show other people's situations, because you allow us to go into other houses, bringing your visions of having them a good night's sleep. You know, we came inside the houses, and we know how's their situation, you know. But despite of their situations, there's a happy face, there's a contentment of what they got, and it gives us it's like a memories to us.
Well, don't you think it's also that the effect that it has on someone, that, I mean, it's not like these the mattresses that we give away, it's not like the umbrellas that we're giving away now, it's not like they're hugely expensive things,
yeah,
but it is an indication that someone far away has had a kind thought about that person that we give that small gift to. And actually, in particular, I remember that frail old lady that came out and said that she had a bad back and her husband had a bad back, and could they have a mattress. And we found where they lived, and we gave them, I think, the last mattress. Didn't we save the last mattress on that particular trip for them? And we went in, and they were quite an elderly couple, I would think, into their 80s, don't you think?
Yeah, it's something like that.
And
I when we come in there, it's just the bamboo bed, you know, and even when we get up with Darren's on our mattress is like this thick, sometimes we get a bad ache, you know, backache, you know. So, you know, especially if we lay down without changing position. So now, you know, it's not about to all our supporters, when we build houses to other families, when we give mattresses, when we give some groceries, sharing the balikbayan box, it's a kind of experience, you know, that make us growth and makes us experience the things that we never experienced, to see what's happening, you know, to see the reality, that the faces, that the shock faces, you know, that, oh, why you give us this, you know. So sometimes we go in the house bringing the mattress, and then they said, is this for sale? Is this for what do you call that, data, you know, you pay it in advance or pay it later? And I said, no, it's for you to give your family. And they're shocked, why you give us, you know. So it's like, who's these people that care us, you know. And we said that it's from also it's from other countries that.
That's why we always get the people that have received anything to say the name of the person that gave it. So when we give a mattress, we like the person who received the mattress to say, thank you, Sandman Steve. And sometimes it's difficult for them to say that in English, but I think the thank you still comes across. So this is all on this. We hope you enjoyed that short story. It's particularly important to understand that when you're giving, you give without thinking and without judging whether that person is worthy. It's not for us to judge, to make judgments like that, and we give without condition because we're empowered by you. Thank you for looking. This is a foreigner in the Philippines and my hijacking woman.
Yeah, so again, it's about spreading love, kindness, and hope.
Yes,
you know?
but we've done all that, honey. I'm not going to say all that again, are you? You've practically worn out the word experience.
Just wait. And please like, comment, and subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. Thank you for allowing us to experience. Thank you for allowing us to be your cameraman and woman, and you're the watcher on our videos.
And experiences.
Yeah, and experience. Have a good day.
I'm glad that we're not paying royalties on the word experience. Are you finished?
I have a snot. Bye-bye.
You have a snot. Well, it's always... It's always nice to end on a high note, isn't it? So my wife has gone off to deal with a snot, and we thank you for looking in. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. You're a class act, honey, that's for sure.